My dear ones, I'm truly glad you're here. Really. Pause for just a moment, take a breath, and let's talk calmly, without rushing, about happiness. About that very happiness people talk about more than ever in 2026, yet seem to understand less and less. Because today I want to tell you a long, honest, and sometimes uncomfortable story about the country that people around the world in 2026 recognize as the happiest. Not dream about. Recognize. After doubts, after relocations, after comparisons, after disappointments. We're talking about Finland. When I first saw the headline, Finland once again named the happiest country in the world, I didn't feel excitement, no envy, no urge to book a ticket immediately. I felt something else, doubt. Because if you've ever seen Finland in real life, not on postcards, it doesn't shout about happiness. It doesn't smile for the camera. It doesn't try to impress. Grey skies, reserved people, minimalism, silence, no wow effect. And yet, first place again, in 2026. That's when I ask myself the main question. What do people even call happiness today? In 2026, the world is different. It's tired, it's anxious, it's overloaded. We live in a time when news is read with tension. In the body, plans are made with the caveat, if nothing happens, the future no longer feels stable. People no longer dream loudly. They dream quietly. Of calm. Of predictability. Of the ability to simply live without constant inattention. And this is exactly where Finland appears. I started reading people's stories, not tourists, not influencers, but ordinary individuals, those born there, those who moved there, and those who once said, I'm staying. And almost all of them spoke not about happiness, but about the absence of fear. I'm not afraid of getting sick. I'm not afraid of losing everything overnight. I'm not afraid that the rules will suddenly change tomorrow. In 2026, that sounds almost like luxury. Finland is a country where the system works even when you can't. Where you're not punished for being tired. Where help is not a privilege, but a norm. Here, people don't usually ask, did you try hard enough? They're more likely to ask, how can we help? And you know what matters? It's not a perfect system. It's not paradise. But it is honest. In Finland, no one promises you'll become rich. No one promises you'll be happy every single day. No one sells you the illusion of a better life. Here, they tell you directly, life will be calm but not flashy, stable but not dizzying, safe but without dramatic highs. And this is where it gets really interesting. Because for one person, this is happiness. And for another, a cage. Many immigrants in 2026 admit, this is the first country where I stopped living in constant anxiety, and the first where my ambitions became quieter. Finland doesn't encourage the race. It's not customary to compare yourself to others, not customary to brag about income, not customary to prove your worth through success. And if you grew up in a culture of pressure, achievements, and constant musts, at first, this can feel like emptiness. Some people get scared of this silence. It feels like life has stopped, like time is being wasted, like they could be doing more. And they leave. Others, for the first time in many years, begin to breathe. Do you understand the paradox of 2026? Happiness stopped being about maximum. It became about enough. Enough money not to be afraid. Enough work not to burn out. Enough silence to hear yourself. Finland is the country of enough. No one promises you a dream here. They give you a foundation. And after that, it's your choice. That's exactly why Finland keeps ranking first. Because people no longer want extreme emotions. They want stability. After pandemics, after crises, after wars, after years of constant tension. In 2026, happiness is not "I'm on top," it's "I'm not on the edge." But let's be completely honest, Finland is not a universal answer. If you dream of rapid growth, want to be wealthy, live for big ideas, scale, and ambition, this country may feel too narrow, too quiet, too even. Finland doesn't like extremes. It smooths, it balances, it calms. And for some, that's salvation. For others, the loss of fire. But in 2026, most people are not choosing fire. They're choosing safety. And that's why, as strange as it may sound, Finland became a symbol of happiness, not because life there is exciting, but because it's not scary. Not scary to grow old. Not scary to get sick. Not scary to make mistakes. Not scary to be ordinary. And that may be the most honest measure of happiness today. We're used to thinking happiness equals joy. But in 2026, happiness equals peace. And if you look at it without illusions, Finland is not a country of smiles. It's a country of inner exhale. My dear ones, if you listen to this story until the end, thank you for your attention. Tell me in the comments. I'm truly curious. What does happiness mean to you today? Silence? Freedom? Money? Or the feeling that tomorrow isn't frightening? Take care of yourselves, and see you very soon.